Hello guys, good morning. You are welcome to my YouTube channel, The Explicit Tutorials. As you all know, I'm Tutor Joseph or Mr. Explicit. Please, as you watch this video, endeavor to subscribe, like, share and comment. In today's class, we shall be looking at some AEB 122 exam-like questions. The exam is commencing 6 days from now. So please, as you watch this video, make sure you take note of the questions and the answers. Now let's look at the questions under chapter 1. They said two important theories that guide the study of zoology is. Two important theories that guide the study of zoology is. The answer is simply the theory of evolution and chromosomal theory of what? Inheritance. Chromosomal theory of inheritance and what's it called? Theory of what? Evolution. So these are the two theories that guide us, that the study of what? Zoology. Number 2 says, living things are made up of large molecules, and these molecules are called what? Macromolecules. These molecules are called macromolecules. Take note of that. Number 3, which of the following is not a category of organic molecules? Which of the following is not a category of organic molecules? Now, if I don't call them organic molecules, I can also call them macromolecules. So the option here are nucleic acid, the vitamins, carbohydrate, protein, and lipids. Please, one of these is already odd, and that is what? Vitamin. Vitamin is not among the macromolecules or organic molecules. Sometimes they remove vitamins and put glucose, which ask you which of the following is not a macromolecule. So the glucose becomes the answer. Okay. Now number 4, macromolecules are compounded into ribosome, chromosome, and dash. Alright, macromolecules are compounded into ribosome, chromosome, and dash. A. Lysosome, B. Membrane, C. Golgi body, and D. Nucleus. Alright, that is for that. So number 4. What number are we now? I think that we are in number. Okay, we are entering 5 now. So what is the answer? Is it the lysosome, is it the membrane, or the Golgi body, or the nucleus? It is what? The membrane. Okay, which means macromolecules are compounded into ribosome, chromosome, and what? Membrane. Number 5, organelles include mitochondria and cytoplasm, cytoplasm and nuclei, mitochondria and nuclei, ribosomes, and plasma membrane. So please take note that the organelles that make up the protoplasm of a cell are the cytoplasm and what? The nucleus. Cytoplasm and the nucleus produce protoplasm. So the answer is what? Cytoplasm and what? The nuclei. Number 6, species give rise to new species through, is it reproduction? Is it specialization? Is it speciation? Is it conjugation or schizogony? The answer is what? Speciation. Okay, so species give rise to another species through a process called what? Speciation. Okay, please take note of that. Number 7, the faithful transmission of properties from the parents to the offspring is called, is it genetics? Is it heredity? Is it homogamy or gene transmission? The answer is what? Heredity. It is the faithful transmission of genetic materials from the parents to the offspring. Okay. Now number 8, the production of differences among the properties of different individuals is termed dash. The production of differences among the properties of different individuals is variation. Variation is the production of differences among the properties of different individuals. So we have the options here: variation, mutation, taxonomy, and what? Heredity. Please, the answer is what? Variation. Number 9, the structure of the protein molecules needed for the development and functioning of the organism is coded in the dash. Is it chromosome? Is it nucleic acid? Is it the plasma membrane, or none of the above? The answer is what? Nucleic acid. Nucleic acid. Now we have 2 types of RNA. We have ribosomal RNA and we have messenger RNA. So the ribosomal RNA is meant for the synthesis of what? Protein. Number 10, the genetic information is coded in, is it the DNA, is it the RNA, is it the gene or the chromosome? It is coded in the DNA. Please take note of that. Number 11, dash is a very long linear chain of subunits called a dash, each of which contains a dash. So this question, you have 3 answers inside. Dash is a very long linear chain of subunits called a dash, each of which contains a dash. You have 3 dashes. So DNA is a very long linear chain of subunits, nucleotide, each of which contains a sugar phosphate. So the answer is DNA/nucleotide/sugar phosphate. All right. So when you see this kind of question, be careful the way you pick your answer. Very, very important. Number 12. Nitrogenous bases are made up of the following except. Nitrogenous bases are made up of the following except we have adenine, we have cytosine, we have adenosine, we have the guanine and what? Thymine. We have adenine, we have cytosine, we have guanine and what? Adenosine. So what is the answer? So what are the constituents of nitrogenous bases? We have adenine, we have cytosine, we have adenosine, we have the guanine and the thymine. So what do you think the answer is? Is it adenosine or adenine? That is, the option is, the answer is between adenine and adenosine. Please, the answer is what? Adenosine. All right. When we talk of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, that is when you bring it in. But the nitrogenous basis is made of 4 entities: the guanine, the cytosine, the thymine, and what? The adenine. Please take note of that. Number 13. The correspondence between the sequence of bases in DNA and the sequence of amino acid in a protein is called dash. Now, if you have watched my videos on YouTube channel on AB122, you'll realize that AB122 is simple and it's also tricky. That is why I've decided to compile exam likely questions. All right, if you are interested in purchasing the question, it's just 1,000 naira. Just chat me up on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is 091 60 115375. That is my WhatsApp number. So I take it again. The correspondence between the sequence of bases in DNA and the sequence of amino acid in a protein is called, is it genomic code? Is it hereditary code? Is it genetic code or chromosomal code? I take it again. Is it genomic code? Is it hereditary code? Is it genetic code or chromosomal code? The answer is genetic code. Genetic code is the correspondence between the sequence of DNA and that of what? Amino acid. Take note of that. So number 14. Protein contains about dash specific kinds of dash linked together by dash. So please, protein contains about 20 specific kinds of amino acid. Of course, you would agree with me that the end product of protein is what? Amino acid. And this amino acid is deaminated by the liver to form what? Urea. Urea is highly soluble in water. Once urea is formed, it is then dissolved in urine, then it is passed out. Alright, so protein contains about 20 specific kinds of amino acids linked together by a peptide bond. So the bond present in protein is peptide. The one present in carbohydrate is glycosidic. The one present in fat and oil is what? Ester. Please take note of that. Number 15. Dash is often viewed as interaction of destructive, that is metabolism, and constructive, that is what? Anabolism. So the interaction between a catabolic and anabolic process, what do you think the answer is? Is it respiration? Is it metachemical reaction? Is it metabolism or none of the above? The answer, of course, is what? Metabolism. Metabolism is the sum total chemical reactions that is taking place in the living cell. We have two types: catabolism and what? Anabolism. What are some examples of catabolic process? The breaking down of glucose. Fermentation is a catabolic process because glucose is being broken down to carbon dioxide and what? Ethanol, with the help of an enzyme called zymase produced by yeast. Alright, digestion is also a catabolic what? Process. Respiration is also a catabolic what? Process. It means that is you are breaking down molecules to form another. Okay, that is catabolism, destructive process. You now have anabolism, the building of protein from amino acid, the building of fat and oil from fatty acid and glycerol. Photosynthesis and chemosynthesis are both anabolic process because it involves building. Please, for growth to occur in an organism, the anabolic process must exceed the catabolic process. Take note of that. The next question says, the study of the performance of complex metabolic function is known as dash. The study of the performance of complex metabolic function is known as dash. Is it anabolism? Is it anatomy? Is it physiology or morphology? The answer is physiology. It is a study of the performance of complex what? Metabolic what? Function. Physiology also has to do with the study of the function and structure of what? An organism. Please take note of that. The next question. Dash describes the changes that an organism undergoes from its origin to its final adult stage. That describes the changes that an organism undergoes from its origin to its final adult stage. So the answer is, should it be growth, development, transformation, or variation? So please, the answer is what? Development. Development is the changes that an organism undergoes right from its young stage, that is right from when he or she was born to the adult stage, development. When cells are now being differentiated, we call that what? Development. Growth is just like the increase in the increase in dry mass and what? The irreversible increase in size. So it is the irreversible increase in size, it is the irreversible increase in size and what? Dry mass, which means as an organism increases or as an organism ascends to its adult stage, it cannot go back to its what? Young stage. So it is the increase, it is an irreversible increase in size, it is an irreversible increase in size and dry weight. Take note of that. The next question is, the transformation that occurs from one stage to the other is called dash. The transformation that occurs from one stage to the other is called, of course, you know what this is? This is metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is the changes that an organism undergoes from its juvenile stage to the what? Adult stage. We have two types of metamorphosis. We have complete metamorphosis and what? Incomplete metamorphosis. Take note of that. Number 19 says, the study of organismal interactions with the environment is known as what? Of course, you know this ecology. Ecology is from the Greek word echo. It's got it from the word oikos, which means household or environment. The logy is what? Study. The study of an organism in relation to its environment is called what? Ecology. That is for that. So the last question for today: all organisms respond to stimuli in their environment, and this property is known as what? Irritability. When an organism responds to changes, or when it responds to both internal and external stimuli, it is called what? Irritability. At this point, we'll call it a day. If you know you have learned something in today's class, please endeavor to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Do have a wonderful day.